Hello, everybody. It is Taylor along with Jake, Barb, and Bryan, and we are here today to discuss Wednesday night's season finale of The Masked Singer. All three costumes performed for the last time. All three were revealed, and we have a brand new Masked Singer champion, which we will talk about later. But first, let's go ahead and talk about the performances. First up in the night, we had Crocodile, who did Open Arms by Journey, which I thought was a really, really smart song choice. One of his big clues in his clue package is he said he grew up dirt poor. Nick Carter, of course, didn't have the easiest of childhoods from what we know, and same with the Crocodile in the clue package. I thought it was really, really, really good.
Yeah, I liked it.
It definitely was good.
And the Croc brought a gift as a clue. The gift was for Jenny, and it was an angel. And I really couldn't make the connection with the clue.
Yeah, she's definitely not an angel in my opinion, but that's just but no. But I think from what he said, it was because of all the nice things you said about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was why, I think.
But anyway, one thing I didn't like is after these performances, they didn't get to make any guesses. They waited until after each one was unmasked, right before they were unmasked, before they made their guesses.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
I didn't understand why they
out.
weren't allowed. I didn't understand why they weren't allowed to make guesses after the performance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody heard you.
Hello.
Doggy.
And there is a fifth member of our team, Misty. She's late as always.
She heard you guys in the back. She's been really, really good today. So she heard you, and
yeah.
Hey, there's another member here.
Well, I've been in quarantine for the past 5 days, so she's probably doing a lot better than me. Anyway, up next we had the Mushrooms, who talked about his daughter and creating the costume because of her. He said that everybody's heard his music in the grocery store or the radio, but may not know his name. And the clue was that he had a daughter, which threw out two popular guesses, Jordan Fisher and Pharrell Williams. And for his performance, he sang I Wish by Stevie Wonder. I thought it was a really good performance. One thing I've liked about Mushroom this season is that he has kept everybody guessing. In the beginning, everybody thought he was a woman. That was made evident by his first performance. And his voice has been all over the place. And he has an amazing range.
When I was that's the thing. It was like, well, you sing like a man, but then I don't know how you disguise your voice to where it's womanly, and then you're like, oh wait, that's a female talking, or like
they could use some sort of out of this world pitch control.
and the thing is, like, he was one of the ones I saw when I got to see the show, and I knew it was a guy. So like when when the first show happened and it sounded like a woman, I started questioning myself. And but yeah, he was like definitely one of the standouts, and he did really, really well. And I kept saying who I thought it was, and it was like, no, it cannot be him. But yeah.
Anyway, and for his gift, he gave Nicole some mushroom cookie dough ice cream.
Ew, that was gross.
Yeah. And then after his performance, he called himself a connector. And that sort of tipped Nick off and said he thought he knew who he was. But anyway, great final performance from Mushroom. I really liked it.
I liked it too. I like all three of them brought it.
Yeah, I thought all of them were really good.
they did it. They were all there to win it, and
Mhm.
there wasn't a bad performance out of any of them.
No.
So
And the final performance of the night was my favorite this entire season was Sun. In her clue package, she talked about being in the industry since she was a kid. Some see her as a little girl singer, some see her as a pop princess, or the woman she is today. She's dedicating the song to her husband, who has been stuck by through her good times and bad. She did The Story by Brandy Carlisle, and I think it was the perfect way to end in the season. And I think that had the last show had Seahorse and there's Bryan. I had Seahorse and Jellyfish done as well as Sun did last time and this week, they probably would have been in the finale.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
the best of the best. I was can we talk about the flawless performances from beginning to end?
She was.
This is what a winner. This is talent. Okay, this is what we need. More winners with the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Performance. My favorite performance from Sun was last week's performance, where she sang that Billie Eilish song.
That really showed she was an artist when she did that, because I had no idea she could do something like that.
Even from the first performance when she sang the Lizzo song, she nailed it.
Yeah. But anyway, so after the Sun performed, it was time to reveal who was in third place, and it was surprisingly Crocodile. I was actually really shocked that Crocodile finished in third place, because I thought maybe he was going to end up coming from behind and winning because of how good his last three performances were.
I actually thought that Crocodile was going to come back.
Hmm?
I actually thought that Mushroom was going to come in third.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Mushroom and Crocodile should be switched.
But he did amazing. I mean, he was really good, and I think it just speaks of how close the performances were, how good they were. And
I think this is the best final three the show's ever had.
It is.
But of course, Crocodile was unmasked, and it was who everybody has been guessing since the first week. Nick Carter. There were a lot of people online that thought maybe it would be somebody like Adam Lambert. Is a crazy guess I saw, and that's not his voice.
No.
Or has more of a strong.
I'm a diehard Adam Lambert fan, and I would have known it was Adam.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the judges really didn't pick up onto it until last week. I think that the clues have been a lot harder this season, especially that we've seen it take so long for everybody to get it, especially with Mushroom, who we're about to talk about, because he literally until the clue where he said that he used to go by a different name that he goes by now, until that clue, nobody, I don't think, could have even guessed who it was. There were just so many, and Bryan's cat has joined the show. There were so many different theories.
There were.
Like I heard Jordan Fisher, Pharrell Williams, Jake, and a lot of other people thought Laverne Cox. Somebody said that it was Jason Mraz, and I was wondering where that came from, because that is not Jason's voice at all.
No.
And so Mushroom was in second place, and of course he was unmasked, and he was Aloe Black, who I found out by watching The Masked Singer that he has an incredible range. Like, what he's done all season, he has literally thrown America off.
I'd like to point out that I called it. I did say him, so I was right.
Yeah.
I definitely think it was him. I heard his his music, but I definitely did not think that he had a range of that.
Yeah, no,
I
because he always sang really kind of lower than what he did
Right.
on the show, and that's why I was so surprised. And the moment that really made me think that it was him was when he did a song for you for his SmackDown performance.
I mean, I kind of forgot about him because I know his music used to be played on the radio, but I kind of forgot about it because I guess they stopped playing it or something.
Yeah, well, he had a few songs on Top 40 Radio. His biggest hit was, of course, "Wake Me Up" by Avicii, and
Yes.
the big clue with that was the clock that
Yeah.
they had back in the Super Six, and that's another thing that made me realize it was him. I heard a song for you, and then when they showed the clock, the following that's what sort of made me think it's definitely Aloe Black. I don't care. He must be just singing differently to throw everybody off, and he was.
You know, I saw that clock and that like literally went over my head.
Meow.
Yeah, like I saw the clock, still didn't think of him.
I saw the clock, and I definitely finally that's what it took. It took him singing a song for you, and then the clock. I was like, yeah, that's Aloe Black. But he threw everybody off, and even after the clue that he used to go by a different name, there were still people guessing Jordan Fisher and Pharrell Williams, and it would have taken a quick Google search for them to realize that it wasn't either of them because that's their real names. So
Right.
He used to go. What was his name? Like, what did he used to go by?
it's something really, really weird.
I think I looked it up once. I can't remember what it was.
His real name is Egbert Nathaniel Dawkins III.
Yeah.
What?
And that was the egg in the clue package, too.
I
Oh,
think
First
that's
name, Egbert.
that adds up to a lot. That added up to a lot with the
Yeah.
Egbert thing, and yeah, and I can kind of see where people thought it may have been Pharrell at first because in some ways they're kind of similar.
Mhm.
So,
Especially with the producer clues.
Well, I definitely thought it was Pharrell because Pharrell does have a range
Yeah.
voice, so I definitely thought it was him because it did sound like him.
But the clues really, except maybe I sort of thought Pharrell in the first clue package when he said I've worn a lot of hats in my career. But then as I saw that during the shows and all these unmaskings that were surprising, like with Giraffe and Baby Alien, I realized that was just a metaphor for I've done a lot in my career.
Right.
I sort of put that guess away when the clues were obviously starting to seem a lot harder this season.
Yeah, they were hard this season, and that I liked that though that the clues were harder this season because it kept people guessing. Now I didn't know.
Yeah, I think the most surprising reveal for me was probably Baby Alien with Mark Sanchez because I was really sold because I saw somebody make a theory about Justin Guarini, and there were so many clues that fit that I was dead set on Baby Alien being Justin Guarini, and then when it was unmasked at Mark Sanchez,
right.
that's when I knew that this was going to be a tough season.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was definitely a shot when he was.
And finally, that brings us to the winner, the Sun, who was unmasked as Leanne Rhymes. I think that is the only one I think a majority of the people had pretty much early on from even when they were showing the promos because her voice is so unrecognizable. And even though it was definitely her, there were still a few people going off like the Disney clues and a bunch of other stuff and we're using that a little too literally. And I was thinking to myself, this is the fourth season. They're not going to automatically have those big mouse ears in the first clue package for a Disney star because it'd be too easy.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the season, I did think it was a Disney star, but then as the season went on, I kind of picked up on it being Leanne Rhymes.
Yeah, and I predicted pretty early on that she was going to win too.
Yeah, this girl has an amazing voice. Like, there's no way she wasn't gonna win.
Right.
He had the most strongest voice in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for the most part it was a really good season. I probably would have rather have seen the Seahorse in the finale rather than Mushroom.
Yeah.
I knew Crocodile was going to end up there because every single week he did a lot better. And I think between the three sort of the divas of the season, Sun, Jellyfish, and Seahorse, I thought Jellyfish was the weakest of the three. And I really didn't see her going into the finale. I thought that Jellyfish was the biggest long shot. But I was kind of surprised that Mushroom made the finale.
I was too. I definitely thought that. I did think that Seahorse was going to make the finale.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
I thought it was going to be
That was the final
Seahorse,
two
Sun.
everybody wanted was Seahorse and Sun. Everybody wanted that
Yeah.
final two, including me.
Me too. Yeah, because it would have been nice to see the two females against each other, but they fell into their normal pattern of two guys and a girl.
Yeah, I'm tired of that pattern. Like, that needs to change. Like,
well, at least there was a change in the pattern. Is that with Leanne, she was the first, I want to say white person, but yeah, but she's the first one that won. So
she broke a curse too.
Yeah.
Huh?
First to perform, last one standing.
Yeah.
Yep. But it was, everybody, most sane people had to know it was Leanne Rhymes.
And also, people can't get upset over it being somebody that knew Nick Cannon real well, too, because that's something
I know.
I saw a lot that I was getting really tired of people saying is that every single winner is friends with Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
I mean, that it's no different from Bryan Austin Green being really good friends with Robin. Now that was a fun reveal.
Yeah. And Robin's been in the business for a while, and I'm sure there's going to be coming seasons. There's going to be more people that are like connected with him in some way, and same thing with like Nicole and Jenny. But I'm
still waiting for Donnie Wahlberg to make an appearance.
Oh my God!
It would have to be really, really hard to keep it a secret because she's a judge. They would have to really do something.
Like, that would be like Jenny would know that though, because like that's her husband. She would know that.
She would know his voice.
She would know that.
You'd have to be careful leaving the house.
Yeah, because as costumed up as they are.
Where's that limo taking you? Oh, I'm just going up the street to get some lunch. I'll be back later.
Like, what are you wearing? But yeah, I totally get it.
But anyway, all in all, I thought it was a good season. We have our 5th season coming up in spring. I can't wait. I hope we have a skunk. That's a costume.
I want like I don't know. So we've had a sun, we've had a crocodile, we've had a turtle.
That'd be a good one.
I don't know, something like, I don't know, something to like maybe a dog or something, or just a plain old regular dog. And
they'd call it a mutt. That's what it would be, a mutt.
Yeah, I just have a mutt. Because they've done whatchamacallit, they did thingamajig, and maybe do something called like an oops.
Whatchamacallit or something like that.
Yeah.
Oops, it would just be like, it looked like some sort of Frankenstein character.
Yeah, like oops would be like a combination, maybe like all the costumes that were put together.
Yeah.
Pieces of the costumes put together.
Or maybe a doll, like a baby doll. That'd be a fun one.
That would be creepy.
That would be creepy.
Yeah, or a blow-up doll.
A lot of people find dolls creepy.
I want to see a dolphin.
Yes.
Yeah.
A clown.
Or a shark.
A dolphin or a shark.
An octopus.
A wolf.
A wolf would be good.
I'm like really like big on wolves. I don't know why.
A witch would be good.
Uh,
Which,
But then
yeah,
if it were a witch costume, everybody would be guessing Kellyanne Conway. So then that would
no,
way.
no, they would be doing Idina Menzel or Leah Michelle.
you know what though? I could see in season 5 there being more singing duos, like
I want to see another duo on the show.
like they since they
Yeah.
I hope they do another.
since they had the Snow Owls, I think there's going to be more
Yeah.
singing in the next season.
Maybe
Yeah.
like a Batman and Robin type of thing.
Oh my God, that would
the superheroes.
Yeah.
Let Hall and Oates come on the show and be a duo. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, I love Holland. Hall is one of those. I mean, Oates is one of those people that I would know the voice of. John,
Yeah.
I mean, Hall too, but John Oates has this really deep voice, so it
Mhm.
would be hard to not
Yeah.
know it's him. So, well, at least for me anyway.
Yeah.
So he was always my favorite out of the two.
Mm-hmm.
But with Paul Anka being on there, who knows? There might be all other former
Maybe they'll get like 90. However, like he's like 94, but Tony Bennett, I could see him doing it.
Tony Bennett would be cool because Tony Bennett would do it. He looks like he would be fun to hang out with, so I could see him possibly doing it. But I think with those costumes the way they're so hot, maybe he might pass out.
It would
So,
be so hot in there. I would be burning up in there.
We always have a legend on the show. We've had Gladys Knight, Dionne Warwick, Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Taylor Dane.
Oh yeah, I
They
would love.
they need to get Anita Baker on next season. Is what they need to do because
They
Or
may or may
Diana
not.
Ross.
or
She's a
Diana
bit.
Ross.
They're both divas, so
Yeah.
they may not want to deal with them. But I would like to see like maybe Belinda Carlisle do it, or even Debbie Gibson or somebody. Although probably know Debbie, but or even Tiffany.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Tiffany would be good, but
I can't wait for next season. Because
I
it
know.
seems like every single season, like it seems like they get more great people. Just every single season, the cast has been perfect.
And I like it when they have the guest panelists. Like they need to keep having like Niecy Nash, and like they need to keep having people like that as guest
Something I'd
panelists.
really like to see on there because I think she'd be really smart.
Niecy was good. She was smart.
Yeah, it would be Sarah Palin, who of course was a bear in season 3. I bet she'd be great on the panel.
It would be fine.
it would be
But
fun.
I would like to see, maybe even there's so many people that could be a good guest judge. I like when Joel McHale is on there.
Yeah, I think Wayne Brady did a good job.
Joe McHale.
Oh yeah,
I like him and what's his name? I can't remember his.
T-Pain would be a good one.
Oh yes. He
Yeah.
was
It was good. Yeah.
wasn't he a guest judge already?
Once.
I think he was, but I think it would be good to have him again.
Yeah.
Like have Donnie Osmond on
Oh yes.
as a guest judge.
They've had Wayne Brady and T-Pain as guest panelists. I hope that next season they have Candy Burris and Leanne Rimes on the panel.
That would be cool.
Oh, yeah. Candy would be good to have too.
But anyway, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back in the spring to discuss more of The Masked Singer. Join all 4 of us, me along with Jake, Barb, and Bryan, on Sunday as we discuss Wednesday's episode of The Challenge Double Agents. And we will be also starting December 28th, which is next Monday. We will start recapping The Masked Dancer. Our first show will be on December 28th, but our show will continue on the Thursdays after the Wednesday edition of the Masked Dancer, and we'll be doing that. Of course, we have our daily entertainment news, well, sort of all type of news show that we'll have Monday through Friday that you can catch us on, me and a rotating group of panelists. And then starting February 15th, we will start recapping American Idol. And I'm really, really, really excited that that's coming back. Until then, make sure you subscribe to our subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, follow us on social media, and we will see you again on Sunday. Until then, stay safe and have a Merry Christmas.
You too. Bye.